Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by the Daytona track president, Frank Kelleher, in advance of this weekend's Advent Health Speed Weeks, as well as getting ready for the Daytona 500. You just had a big announcement today that you're completely sold out.
That's right, Casey.
Completely sold out. How are you, Frank?
Yes, we're doing great. Thank you for having me on again. Yeah, huge moment for our sport this morning. We announced that the World Center of Racing is 100% to capacity for the 65th running of the Daytona 500, which is this Sunday, February 19th. We were fortunate enough to announce a few weeks ago that grandstands and camping were sold out, but we still had opportunity for fans to purchase and come and join us in the UNOH fan zone or in some of our premium hospitality areas. And we sold out all of that inventory as well. So if fans are interested in seeing the Cup stars compete, you got to be here Wednesday night for qualifying, presented by Busch Light, as well as the duel on Thursday, which personally I think is going to be one of the most exciting lead-in events that we're going to host here at DIS.
Yeah, we're gonna, and of course, I think Jimmy Johnson trying to get into the field is just about exciting enough. You got Connor Daly also trying to get in the field, Austin Hill as well, and Zane Smith, another one. So it's quite exciting there. Now, of course, you can also, if you want to see the truck race, the ARCA race, and the Xfinity race, you still can.
Totally. Yeah, I think it'll be neat to see what Connor does in a stock car. Zane's got a ton of momentum, right? He and Harrison just won an event here during the Rolex 24 event weekend, and he's coming off of that championship. Travis Pastrana is no stranger to stock cars in Daytona, right? And I mean, Jimmy Johnson, yeah, 7-time. He knows how to mentally be prepared. He knows what to look for in a car. He has gotten the job done here. And I'm excited to see him, as well as all the other names that you mentioned on Wednesday night and Thursday. And then, sure, I mean, Friday night's going to be a big night, welcoming back Craftsman and the Craftsman Truck Series. You know, that series, I mean, those young drivers always put on a show, right? That they're looking to make a name for themselves. The beauty of Daytona, opportunity really for anyone to get up front. And then Saturday as well. I mean, doubleheader with the ARCA Menard series, and then the Beef It's What's for Dinner 300. It was definitely a dynamic finish last year, the closing lap. So no doubt that crew is going to show up here ready to put on one heck of a show again.
Yeah. And of course you're coming off a big momentum from the Rolex 24. Of course, that had probably the biggest capacity that event has had in quite a bit of time.
Yeah, the 61st running of the Rolex 24, and in all 61 years, it was the most attended sports car Rolex 24 event ever. So the weather was on our side. It was a beautiful, beautiful 2 days. The action on the track was great. The LMP2 finish. I know there was some skepticism starting with the prototypes. Yep. Would they all be there at the end? And man, those are some fun race cars to watch, and just the sound of those cars was really unique. So the whole staff here, heads are up, smiling. We have some great momentum coming off of the Rolex into Advent Health Speed Weeks. And then the week after the 500, we will catch our breath. We'll lick our wounds, and then we'll get ready to welcome in the Monster Energy Supercross Series. They were just in Tampa this past weekend, and that series is on fire right now. So from 4 wheels to 2 wheels, the team will be ready.
Yeah, for sure. It's gonna be fun. This is probably, I think, getting ready for Rolex is a big week for you guys, but this is the week that everybody knows and everyone knows this track is known for, this biggest event that is the Daytona 500. Since you've been track president, and obviously you've been at NASCAR for quite a bit of time, what's it like, being the track president at Daytona and watching and having probably the biggest race in stock cars at your racetrack?
So yeah, I've been with the company for 21 years. I've been in this role now for 18. So this is my second full season, so my second Daytona 500 in this role, it really is just a huge responsibility. I was taught early on from Jim France and from Mike Helton that this role, ultimately, I'm the host. I am the host not only to all of our guests that are traveling all 50 states, as well as globally being here. So it's our guests through the gates, as well as our media partners, our drivers, the teams, the network with Fox, and with everyone involved from a media standpoint. So I mean, it's a lot on your shoulders to make sure that you are making sure that everyone feels welcome. And to your point, this is not just another race on the schedule. This is the Daytona 500. This is our Super Bowl. So we put pressure on ourselves to make sure that we do a better job than last year. We strive for perfection, which, is not a reality, but, we approach it with humility. And yeah, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that make this happen. I mean, there's over 100 full-time employees on our ops team. I was out here all weekend long with them, making sure everything from the grass in the ball field to our suites to our entryways. We had meetings with Levy this morning that does all of our F&B, catering, and concessions. And again, everyone's just got their chin up and their chest out. We feel really good at what we accomplished with the Rolex, and we're ready to get racing.
How many just for I think purposes, how many volunteers do you think will be out there in terms of concessions? You got people, you got track security helping out them. How many people does it take to really kind of put on a race?
Yeah, the community really rallies around this. Everything you just said, from guest services to concessions to premium hospitality, right? And take it a step further, fire and police and state, local, all of the different agencies that are involved. I mean, it's all in. I mean, it's thousands of people. There's 101,500 seats plus 60 suites, and then all of the infield camping. I mean, this place is a city in itself, and it takes a lot of coordination to make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, for sure. And then just and so I mean, obviously it's gonna be a fun event. We got qualifying on Wednesday.
Mhm.
That should be exciting. What's it gonna be like, and what are we gonna expect? Obviously, if you want to make a prediction, you can, but what are we gonna expect for the Daytona 500 and throughout the whole weekend? Because we're gonna have fun with the whole weekend of racing.
Sure. So tomorrow, the 14th, Valentine's Day, we kick off festivities here in the community at One Daytona, where we will be having a hauler showcase. So if you're in town, One Daytona is an awesome place to grab a drink, to grab dinner. The haulers will be there. We're going to have some special guests from the NASCAR community that are going to come out and say hello. Then Wednesday night is qualifying. I think if you're to open up the history book, it's going to say Hendrick, right? I mean, Hendrick always has a way to find two of their cars up front on the front row. So we'll see if there's any spoilers this year. Thursday, the duel, I think it's just going to be high energy and high drama. There's folks out there that have nothing to lose. They need to race their way in. They got a lot on the line. So I think coming down to those last few laps, we're going to see some aggressive moves. Friday, the truck race is going to be phenomenal. Again, we hit on Saturday. Our midway is going to be a lot of fun this year as well. Corporate America is out there right now. I saw Toyota, GM, Craftsman, forklifts are moving around, and they're getting ready to bring the energy for our fans. NASCAR itself, we're going to have multiple displays out there looking to engage and have a good time. Our pre-race festivities, all of that is just electric. The Thunderbirds, I think they get in town on Tuesday. So we're going to be over at the airport welcoming them. So all of the pageantry that our fans are accustomed to, we're going to roll out the red carpet, and we're really looking forward to it.
All right. Well, I know you're a very busy man. So Frank Kelleher, thank you so much for coming on. Before you go, where can fans go to get tickets if they still want to come to qualifying, the duels, or any of the remaining races? We got Truck, ARCA, and Xfinity.
Yeah, there's tons of great drama on the track aside from the Daytona 500. Come check us out, DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com, or give us a ring at 1-800-PIT-SHOP, and we would love to see you here.
All right. Frank, thank you so much. Enjoy the weekend.
All right. Thank you for dialing me in, and we'll see you soon.